back to take a
We
pitch. How you
back.
doing? How you doing, Maxwell?
Surviving.
Yeah,
Surviving, man. Yeah, it's been rough.
yeah, understandable.
But but baseball's back, our saving grace is back. Spring training started. I think games start
Tomorrow
on the 24th, so tomorrow, yeah.
or
Uh
today, if you're
Today, yeah,
listening.
whenever you listen to it, or yesterday if you're listening on Saturday,
Yeah.
whatever. The 24th.
Well, let's
The
put it
one thing
this
I did
way:
see
if you're listening to it,
yep.
there are games today.
Yes.
If you're listening,
Yes,
there's
facts. Big facts.
baseball games going on.
They
Yeah,
mean absolutely nothing,
no, but it means
but the games are
everything.
back. I mean, yeah, exactly. Um and fucking what was I saying?
That's a nice
The one
shirt.
thing I saw, thank you. It was actually my
We
grandfather's.
we've been in Zoom for about an hour, and
And
I
yeah, an
didn't
hour.
notice it until right now, which I mean that makes sense. But that's a nice shirt.
Yeah,
Grandpa had good
exactly.
taste.
Thank you. Yeah,
Is he a Dodger
it
fan?
was. I got it for him. I got it for him. Uh, as a gift, probably a long time ago. Probably when my mom saw it or whatever. So, oh, this is your gift for your grandfather, whatever. Um,
He was a Dodgers fan.
and he grew up. Well, I don't think so. He grew up blocks away from Ebbets Field,
Okay.
in Brooklyn, and I think he was a Yankee fan. I think
Mm,
I never really got the full story. I genuinely never got the full story. I just know that my grandmother absolutely despised the Yankees with everything in her heart, almost as much as she hated Tom Brady. Um,
she was a Dodgers fan.
yep, from the Bronx.
Interesting.
Um, yeah, oh, yeah. So I think I remember her telling me that my grandfather was a Yankee fan from Brooklyn, which is kind of crazy. But yeah,
That's funny.
so and today that they were recording, he would have turned 93.
Oh, God
So
bless. Happy birthday.
yeah, well, yeah. So figure nice little honor.
Yeah,
And we
I
can talk
like
about the
it.
Dodgers today. We
Hmm.
can talk about the NL West and the AL West and give it a little preview because right around the corner. Um,
Hell yeah,
Fuck man, it's preview time.
it is.
It's crazy. Baseball's opening day will be here before we know it.
I cut you off when we were gonna talk about spring training for a second. Let's talk about spring training
Yes.
again.
Okay, all right, right. Because you can't get to opening day without spring training.
Yes.
I did see, however, that Jason Dominguez is going
Yes.
to be starting in the outfield for the Yankees in their first game. I love the idea. I love
Good.
seeing a top prospect right off the bat.
Yeah.
I mean,
Why?
it tells you he's not going to break camp, obviously, but I want to
I
see
mean,
those guys right away. I want to see what they're made of.
yeah. I mean, why wait? Like I know with the Metsies, right? They Brett Beatty, he got surgery back in November, whatever it was. And
Yes. Well,
basically,
didn't know he had surgery in like September on his thumb, right?
oh yeah. So
September or late August, something like that. Whatever it
and then
was.
basically when the healing was done in November, I think it was, then he
I think
showed
so.
up. He went to Florida and he's been there since. So like, and Alvarez has been there and Vientos has been there. Like, they've been in Florida working all winter. So get them into the games immediately.
Right.
Like
I
they
think
will.
Scherzer got down there a few weeks ago. Um, yeah, and I've seen a lot of guys from a lot of teams reporting early this year. Now, obviously, the World Baseball Classic plays into that, um, because a lot of these
Can't
guys
wait.
have to ramp up earlier and
Hmm.
be in full season mode. Which I don't think we've really discussed this aspect of the World Baseball Classic, and thus ramping up ahead of spring training is the long term effect of it. So, come pennant race,
Right.
how is that going to impact these guys? And then to the teams that make it deeper in the playoffs, are those guys going to be fucking worn down?
You don't know until
I
that
think
happens,
that's going to
right?
be a huge thing to watch, especially for our team because I think didn't isn't David Robertson playing for Team
Yes.
USA? So
Yep.
he's going to be a key piece in the Mets pen.
Brooks Raley
Um,
is as well.
Trying to think, Rayleigh. Yeah, I'm trying to think of who else. I mean, the entire patchwork version of a Cardinal staff the starters that the Cardinals are a team that, and we'll talk about them next week, obviously the
Yeah,
Central previews, but they're a team that's looking to make a deep run as well,
yeah,
adding some firepower this winter. But
and the thing is
and
with them
the
too,
starters too.
they the their offense is elite, and like you said, we'll get into it next
Yeah,
week. But their offense is elite, but their pitching is not elite. They're good, serviceable,
and they're not young either.
not young. There's
They're
only
not young
one of
at
them
all.
is only
He's in
Jack
his
Flaherty,
20s.
right? Is in his 20s.
I think so.
Yeah.
Because Michaelis
So
is I think 34.
yeah,
I think
Michaelis is in
33.
his 30s. Jordan Montgomery is
Bueno's
like
age 40.
32. Bueno's 42.
Yeah, I think he's
41.
40 this year.
He's
I
40
think he's
this year.
40 this year.
He's 41 this
I
year.
think so. Either way, he's
Either
not
way.
39.
And then I can't even
He's
think
still
of who
young.
their last. Oh, Steven Matz, who is 31,
Not even
32.
playing. Right, he's not in for playing for Team USA, so
No,
he's
no,
in a
but
regular ramp up mode.
I'm just saying for
But
the
yeah,
Cardinals,
and that'll be a whole thing for
like
next week. But
they two of their
there's
starters,
a couple
their
guys.
one and two guy are in the World Baseball Classic. If they break down, now your top guy is Jordan Montgomery, and then you got Jack Flaherty, who you don't know what he's going to be, and Steven Matz, who you don't know what he's going to be. It's a little rough, but yeah, I'm excited for the World
And
Baseball
that's
Classic.
why Nestor and Kershaw, I don't think are pitching this year for that reason.
Yeah,
I think,
yep, they both dropped out.
but and Kershaw is going to be huge because, and we'll just jump right into it.
Mm-hmm.
The Dodgers are going to need reliable starting pitching.
Yeah,
This is a team that lost a lot on offense this past winter. I mean, they lost. Let's see, they lost Trey Turner, Justin Turner, Joey Gallo, which is a power bat in the middle of the lineup. Which, when he makes contact, it's worthy. And Bellinger, who was an MVP a few years back.
yep.
There's a lot missing here, and I think at the end of the day, I mean, they brought in JD Martinez to
Mm-hmm.
supplement, I guess, Gallo or Bellinger. They brought in
Yeah,
Mickey Rojas
I guess more.
to
I would say
supplement
more
Turner.
Justin Turner.
It's still a downgrade.
I would say JD Martinez is the replacement for Justin Turner offensively, obviously, not defensively.
Well, I'm
But
saying DH outfield, yeah.
yeah, but I'm just saying offensive numbers wise, they're pretty similar and they just swapped places. So um yeah.
Yeah.
I mean the Dodgers
But I will say this,
not
and
threatening. Mm-hmm.
no, not at all. And it's sad because with the way they're looking, you bring in JD Martinez with 3 very good years in Boston that went relatively unnoticed, honestly. Um, you lost Tyler Anderson, Andrew Heaney, which were 2 top line starters somehow, given the rest of the rotation how they played out. They were your 2 top line starters with whatever voodoo the Dodgers worked. Um, and they had to replace that. They brought in Noah Syndergaard, who is another huge question mark. You don't know what you're going to get from Noah Syndergaard. He's not going to pitch against the Mets. We know that. So you're already down a starter facing a top team. There's so many question marks for this Dodgers club that I see a lot of rough patches for them this year.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. How could you not? Right? They have they're worse offensively, just losing Trey Turner.
Yes.
They didn't get a bat to replace him. They got his replacement is Miguel Rojas, who isn't bad. He's a good defender. He's not a
Right.
great offensive player at all. So
And he'll keep the clubhouse loose. He's one of those. He's a clubhouse guy too. He'll keep the
yeah,
clubhouse loose, so
yeah,
these guys won't be pressing when they're in these cold
hmm
stretches,
yeah,
which I think will definitely help. I think a lot of clubhouse guys definitely go unnoticed in the impact they have.
hmm
Uh, but you're right. There was no replacement for Trey Turner that in terms of impact.
yeah, exactly. So I mean, they have what, three true fearful, fear-inducing offensive hitters, right? Freddie, Mookie, and Will Smith. And is
Right.
Will
And then
Smith really
if
that
Muncy
fear-inducing?
bounces back,
Yeah, I guess you could say Muncie. I mean, off of a
but
really,
that's a
really
big
bad
if he
year.
bounces back.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And he's on the wrong side of 30. So
And he was never really that good to begin with. The Dodgers just know how to use these players. Let's be real.
I mean, you're
If you
right.
if you get cut by the A's, I don't think you're that good.
Yeah,
Just saying.
yeah,
They kept Kershaw, which is obviously he's gonna die in a Dodgers uniform. Let me ask you this:
right.
their
Yeah.
starting rotation is here are the five guys. You got
Hmm.
Urias, Kershaw, Syndergaard, Gonsolin, Dustin May.
Hmm.
Does that scare you?
Potentially.
Okay.
Do I want to face them?
All right.
No. Um, but am I petrified? Also, no. I mean, they're they're potentially really good. I mean, Dustin May, we know we've seen
Right.
him. He can be really good.
Mm-hmm.
Gonsolin had a great year. Kershaw's Kershaw. Syndergaard is throwing 10 miles an hour slower than he was 5 years ago. You know, uh, Urias, he's solid. He's definitely solid. He's probably their best pitcher right now. And
Yeah,
then yeah,
and with him, the underlying numbers are the issue. Obviously, he's benefited from being a Dodger,
of
as we've
course.
talked. You and I talked about. Um, so if he can fix those underlying numbers, he could be a star.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, a lot of people don't look at the underlying numbers. A lot of people just go straight to ERA, WHIP, FIP, and like strikeouts per nine. You know, that's really what most people care about. So take a gander. Go to Fangraphs. Plug in a few players you want to look at, then hit advanced
Yeah,
and go and look all the way at the right. You're going to see the XFIP and Sierra, and those two will tell you how good a
I mean,
pitcher
do you want?
is.
Why don't you just describe explain what those two stats are, because I'm sure a lot of people don't really know those, because as you said, a lot of people don't look at these numbers. So why are they the numbers you look at? I know you're big on those too, and
Which is
that's what you just base a lot of stuff on.
I yeah. So I not all of it, but like it deserves its good fair share of to look at them, right? Like FIP, everyone knows ERA and FIP, right? And then there's XERA, XFIP. So XERA is it's just expected ERA, which doesn't really mean much to me. It's a whatever kind of thing. Um, and then FIP and Sierra are basically they're very similar, but Sierra is really really taking out like it's not no balls in play. I'm sorry, it's only balls in play. It's not fucking you over for your stadium. It's not fucking you over for your bad fielders. Sierra is showing you who you are as a pitcher, and obviously xFIP is just expected FIP, what compared to what you actually had. But ERA and FIP are obviously the go-tos. I mean, they are all they're all valuable in their own way. They wouldn't have these stats if they weren't valuable, right? So, um, I just like to look at the xFIP and Sierra to just
Right.
gauge how a pitcher was outside of what his fielders did and what outside of what his stadium did for him and shit like that. Like I don't and they do make a difference. So take a
Right.
gander, please. Go to Fangraphs.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and I mean, like we said, the Dodgers lost a lot. They lost a lot of pitching as well. So they're a team. I would honestly, I could see them competing for a wild card and the division, but more often the more likely the wild card, I think,
Mhm.
because I think there's gonna be a serious drop off.
Yeah. I mean, how could there not be? They have a fantastic bullpen again, and I mean, they always will. But
Mhm.
how could there not be a big drop off? They won 111 games last year.
Right.
There's no way they're going to do that again. No shot. I mean,
Yeah.
they're definitely a worse team. I think a big piece of it with the Dodgers, it comes down to uh, Andy Page's
I was
their
about to
top
ask you about these guys. Yep.
their top outfield prospect, um, Miguel Vargas,
Vargas. Yep.
the third base prospect, who I like him a lot. I think he's going to be good. And then what the fuck? What's the pitcher's name?
Bobby Miller.
Bobby Miller and Bobby Miller, and then really hope that Walker Bueller comes back. Well, has a good rehab and
He'd be
works
coming
out.
back late.
No, I don't think he's going to come back at all this year. I don't
No,
think.
I don't think so.
There's no point in my opinion. But
Mhm.
yeah,
I mean, you talked about those guys, and Jacob Amaya is another name that the Dodgers are
Jacob
really
Maya.
banking on.
Uh,
Um,
he's. I thought he got. Isn't he the one that got traded?
did he? Could have been. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure.
I
Didn't
could have my names mixed up.
isn't he in
I
the?
think he did.
He was in the Miggy Rowe trade.
I think he was. Yep.
I'm pretty sure. Do you
Yep.
got
I
it or you?
misread something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's in the Miggy Rowe trade. What the fuck? Dude, I hate at
Yep.
bat sometimes. Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Uh oh, and Michael
So
Bush. That's another one.
Michael Bush. Yep.
Go on.
Yep. So let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Obviously, we see that the win total, the over under in Vegas, still has the Dodgers winning the division with 96.5 wins. Are you taking the over or the under?
Um
It's a tough number because
it
obviously down from
is.
111.
It's the Dodgers. I'm gonna say
They're still the
over.
Dodgers.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
over. I'm gonna go over. I'm gonna go 97. 97.
And I'm going to take the under. I'm going to take 96.
Okay. I think it's actually
I think they're going to be pushing that number.
I think it's probably the most perfect like usually it's like, dude, this is so easy, over under. Like it's yeah.
No, it's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially, and they're going to be counting on Trace Thompson's an outfielder too. And there's
Yeah.
a lot that could go wrong here. Um, but obviously, they're worried about the Padres breathing right down their neck.
Before we get to that, can I just mention
Go ahead.
that I fucking hate projections with a passion? Just quickly, because I was looking at the I forget what it's called. It's basically if this guy had 600 plate appearances,
Yes.
this is
Right.
what his
It's
stats
always
would be.
600 plate appearances too.
It's like Steamer 600, I think. Uh, I think that's it.
Yeah.
And they had Trace Thompson with like 40 something home runs. I was like, get the fuck out of here. There is no way, dude. Like, right? It's like, so you're telling me right now that if the Dodgers played Trace Thompson in center field every single day this year, he's going to hit 40 bombs? Shut up. Shut
I can
up.
see 25 plus, but I don't think 40.
I think 25 is a nice number
Yeah.
for him every day. He's going to hit like 210, but 40 home run or I forget what it was. And it changes all the time too. Cause then I looked at it. So I looked at it and it said that Pete was going to have, if he had the 600 plate appearances, it was, like 41 home runs. And then
Huh.
they dropped it down to 39. So they don't even know what they're
What?
doing. They change it. Yeah.
So weird. Anyway, to the Padres.
Padres.
They've had quite the winter. Could
Yeah.
argue that they've had the most exciting winter next to the Mets.
Or equal.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this. Obviously, they did a lot,
Yeah.
and let's just recap it real quick. Bogarts 11 for 280, which is a huge deal. They brought back Robert Suarez. They brought in Michael Waka as a depth rotation piece. Seth Lugo for 2 years. Matt Carpenter they brought on. Pedro Severino, Nelson Cruz as their DH, as well as Cole Hamels. So there's a lot of pitching issues again that we're looking at with the Padres, and I feel like this is going to be something that we're going to be looking at throughout the year in the NL West. Is which staff is going to be able to rise up above their shortcomings? Because there's a lot of these guys in the NL West who don't have overpowering stuff, or at least not anymore. Obviously, they signed Darvish to a long-term extension as well. Uh, but the Padres also did lose a couple guys. Uh, Sean Manaea, Josh Bell, Brandon Drury, who played a huge role for them down the stretch. Mike Clevenger was a key piece to that rotation.
Myers.
Obviously, he's got his own issues he's dealing with. So was
Will
that
Myers.
Will Myers? Yep.
Yep.
Yep. The depth pieces, in Nomar Mazara, Pierce Johnson out of the pen, went to Colorado, staying in the division.
Mm-hmm.
They lost a lot.
Look, when it comes to the Padres, right? They are 100%. They are the best offense in the National League. When 100% healthy, 100% not suspended, they are the best lineup in the National League on paper.
1-7. 1-7. Ha-Seong Kim, Soto, Machado, Bogarts, Cronenworth, Cruz, and Carpenter.
Yeah.
What? Like, how are you going to get through that lineup? Let alone twice.
Yeah. So
we're going to see a lot of short outings in the NL West.
Yeah, could. You could. Or they could also get dominated.
Well, I think that's the thing. There's not a lot of depth there.
There's not. No.
Fangraphs has their projected bench as Luis Camposano, Brandon Dixon, Jose Azokar, and Adam Engel. There's no depth there.
Yeah, it's pretty much defense. And their weakest bat in the lineup's got to be Nola, right? Yeah,
yep.
I guess Nola. Or
because if,
whoever.
If Trent Grisham can do what he did in the playoffs, they're fine.
Yeah, that's a big if. But yeah, I mean, yeah, Grisham, Kim's not phenomenal offensively, and then Nola's not great, but the rest are obviously all well above average at least. So,
and their prospects are pretty far away since they completely emptied the system.
They've completely
Rosario
emptied the system.
Is probably the most MLB ready guy.
Is that Guy? Eguy? However you say it?
Yeah, I didn't want to botch the first name there.
I knew the name, but I just want to be sure because I'm not looking at their prospect list or anything. I should have Fangraphs up. That's a great website to have. But
oh yeah,
and they have
again. What were we saying, guys?
No, I was gonna talk about their projected win total, the over under.
No, okay. Well, I just saw that Rosario was placed in the 60-day DL or IL. Sorry, so he's gonna have a late start as well. So the Padres really have to hope they don't suffer any early season injuries or any season long injuries. Health is going to be paramount to this Padres team.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, they could afford like an outfielder for a little bit, with
right. Adam Engel's serviceable.
With Adam Engel, and he's a very good defender too. So, Azokar is pretty young, I think, right? So it got to be like 25, 26.
He is 26. Yeah.
26.
Turning 27.
So, okay. So so yeah, I mean, he's a he's a serviceable guy too to have as a backup. And yeah,
The key is going to be their pitching because they have a strong rotation
yeah,
and a strong and it can be a strong bullpen.
yeah.
You know, Darvish, Musgrove, Snell, Waka, and then Martinez or Lugo.
Hmm.
Realistically, they should start Martinez, keep Lugo in the pen, as we know as Mets fans. But who knows?
Yeah,
Because Lugo wanted to
yeah.
start.
If they start Lugo, I mean, they're asking for trouble. But to each
And
their
if
own,
Josh Hader can return to even half the form he
and,
was with the
and he
Brewers, they'll
will.
be fine. Especially
He
with
will.
Suarez in the back.
That's another
Yeah,
guy.
Pomeranz,
Go look at
Suarez,
his
Hader.
go look at Hader's Sierra and his ex FIP dude.
Mhm.
He just was unlucky as shit. He was so unlucky.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah.
But what we saying? And you said we're talking about the win total,
Yes.
as you can see on the
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah, they got them right up here if you just take a peek. Got them at 93 and a half. So what do you think? Over or
You know,
under?
I'm taking the over. I'm
Taking
taking
the
the over.
over.
I
At
think
what?
they're around 95, 96. I think them and the Dodgers neck and neck all year long.
Hmm.
I think
Wow.
one injury or one series is going to change this entire division.
Okay.
What do you
Uh,
think?
I'm listen. They are basically the same
Oh,
team as last year. I don't really see a
yes.
big difference. The big difference is maybe Tatis comes back. I say maybe because once an idiot, always an idiot, right? So maybe
Right. That's the other
Tatis comes
one.
back.
Yeah, when I was looking at the lineup, I didn't even
Yeah,
mention his name.
yeah.
Yeah.
Add him in. I mean, they're a fantastic lineup. Their pitching is kind of ass. Musgrove is their ace.
Darvish. They're
He's
going to they
good.
consider Darvish their ace.
I don't. Um, Musgrove is much better than Darvish, in my opinion. Not much. I mean, they're not far apart, but Musgrove's better. Um,
Right.
Snell's ass. Lugo's gonna be ass. Uh, and who's their fifth?
It's Waka or Martinez and Lugo.
Oh, Walker's. Yeah, nah. I can't get on board with their pitching. Um,
No.
no, at all. I just like they're all now getting past their prime. No, I'm going under.
I think they just have to find a way to get to the bullpen.
Their bullpen is solid, but
Yeah.
not
If they can get to the bullpen with a lead, they should be okay.
but here's the thing, right? How often can you use that bullpen?
Right.
You know, like you're gonna
Right.
wear out that bullpen all year to preserve your leads, and then what happens? So they're lucky. The thing that they are most lucky about is they have a top five manager in Bob Melvin.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still going under. I'm gonna go at 93. I think that is exactly where they're gonna be. They had
Okay.
89 last year, by the way.
I forgot they didn't hit 90.
Yeah. All
So, all
right.
right. So you're thinking they're going to increase their win total. The Dodgers are obviously going to decrease.
Yes.
What are we going to do with the Giants, man? I mean, their all season was wild, and they missed out on two of their top targets.
Yep. Yeah, they did.
They were in the market for an outfielder and an impact bat, whether it came in the form of a second outfielder or a shortstop. They got Mitch Haniger, which is a fantastic deal. I think it's a great fit there. I think it's a very good fit.
I agree.
Michael Conforto to the Giants.
Yep.
I'm very excited
Another good
for when
fit.
he comes back to Flushing. Can't wait to be there. Gonna cry. They brought in Taylor Rogers, Sean Mania, Ross Stripling, so they're pitching looking a little better. Brought back Jock, Luke Jackson, and Roberto Perez, the catcher, are the additions here. The biggest losses, I mean, was really the Correa deal, I think. in my eyes.
Yeah, Correa. They missed out on Arson. So
Arson
yeah,
Judge, yep, yep.
they had a they had a little bit of a they had a little bit of a rough, you know,
Yeah, I mean the
winter.
biggest loss was obviously Rodon, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That's the
I mean,
biggest loss without a doubt. Like from their team that they actually had,
yeah, from last year's team.
they lost Rodon. That's huge because
Hmm.
he was a workhorse for them.
Yeah.
Um, everyone else did. I mean, Brandon Belt left. Other than that, no real impact guys. Tommy LaStella had played a regular role, I think, at some points. Shelby Miller in the bullpen. Longoria is the other starter that they lost, really. But other than that, I don't think there's not many guys that really that they lost. I think they had a good offseason. They brought in some big time bats that could help them.
Mhm.
But they're another team where their prospects are at least a year away.
Yeah. I mean, Marco Luciano, he's going to be good. Um,
Yeah.
I remember Helio Ramos, however you say his name.
Julio Ramos, yep. He came
Um,
up last year,
he was phenomenal in spring
yeah.
training last year. I remember him hitting bombs in spring training. So see what he does. Maybe he might surprise and do something. But Giants are interesting. Say that
They're not
much.
even guaranteeing Joey Bart a starting job
Who's their
after the
other
rough year he
catcher?
had. Roberto Perez, who is a non-roster invitee, by the way.
Nah, it'll be Joey Bart. But
It will be, but I'm just saying they weren't even guaranteeing the spot.
no, of course. But
Now
I
I
mean,
like
they
their
have to
bench.
just let him play. Yeah.
I like their bench, but I think that some of these guys could be starters. Fangraphs has a projected bench as Slater, Flores, J.D. Davis, and Roberto Perez. I think that's a very good bench to have,
Who they have starting at third?
but I don't know much about David VR.
Yeah, it's not gonna happen. But
It's
what were you
going to be
gonna say?
JD probably.
It's gonna be JD.
But yeah, let's say I don't think those guys sh- should be bench players on some of these spots.
Oh, who's first?
They're pitching. Who's
Lamont
first
Wade.
is Lamont Wade Jr.
Yeah. Yeah, so I think him and Wilmer will probably platoon. JD Davis is definitely going
Yeah.
to be starting at third base. Tell you that much. He was fantastic with the Giants.
Mm-hmm. Uh, their rotation: Logan Webb, Cobb, Mania, Stripling, Wood. I don't hate that rotation.
No, it's a solid rotation.
I
It
really
is.
don't hate that rotation at all. And DeSclafani is going to be their long guy out of the pen, so he'll probably make some spot starts. And he's
Mm-hmm.
very capable of shutting down a team on a given night.
Hey, he's going to be their long guy. Interesting,
According to Fangraphs projections. Yep.
because they
Yep.
signed him to a 2-year deal last
Mm-hmm.
offseason. So I'd kind of be shocked
Yep.
to see him in the bullpen, but it's possible.
It'll be between him and I think Alex Wood for that last spot.
Who are
If
the
they'll have
other?
two lefties or not.
You got Mania, Wood,
It's Webb,
Discofani,
Cobb,
Webb,
Mania,
Cobb,
Stripling, Wood.
and Stripling. Yeah, they got a lot. They got a lot. And see, that's like the thing. Like, I guess. Well, they got depth. That's good, right? I guess. Yeah,
They
I
got a
guess we'll
lot
see. It's gonna.
in this division. Yeah,
It. I wouldn't say that any of them are really guaranteed. Like, really, Logan Webb, I guess, would be the guy that's guaranteed a spot in the rotation.
right.
I don't know if I would say that any of the rest are really guaranteed a spot. I think it's kind of gonna be a spring training, you know, showdown.
I think Stripling's guaranteed. But I think he's the only other one.
He's done some bullpen work. He was bullpen
Yeah,
with the Dodgers,
yeah.
right? Was he bullpen with
I think he came up in the Dodgers pen,
yeah, but with the Blue Jays.
but
What was he? Let's find out. Um, uh, and then
but
we'll
either way,
we'll
Giants last
yeah,
year's
he's
their
he's
win
kind of
total
always
was 81.
he's kind of been the swing guy throughout his career.
Yeah,
He's done both. Last year, his most starts at 24 out of 32 games.
Hmm. Okay.
But you want what were you gonna say? You want to talk about
No, the win totals.
win totals?
Yeah, I was gonna go win totals. Giants 81.5 is what the line is set at. Last year was at 81. What do you got?
I'm gonna be
I'm
bold.
telling you, these lines are good though. These
Going
lines are
over.
good. Yeah.
Going over. I'm gonna go 85. I hate Gabe Kapler still, but yeah, 85. What do you got?
I'm gonna go under.
Under.
I'm
Wow.
gonna go 80.
80. Okay.
80 to somewhere between 78 and 80. I think they're gonna be.
Okay. I mean, good guess.
I think that lineup's just not gonna be able to compete. I'm not saying not compete, but like not gonna be able to go up against the big bats, Dodgers, the Padres,
I mean,
and
hell,
throughout
they
the league
did
with
it.
more balanced schedule.
They did it 2 years ago. We'll see, right?
Yeah, but then you saw what happened last year.
Yeah, no, I know, but
So
anything could happen.
which Giants team are we gonna get?
I think it's going to depend a lot on Michael Conforto and Mitch Haniger, and we'll see what they do.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah. Yep.
and can they both stay healthy?
Right. Exactly. The Arizona Diamondbacks, though,
Mm-hmm.
they're loaded with prospects and young talent in this lineup. Uh, Corbin Carroll is going to be a star.
Yeah,
You know, Jordan Lawler's a year or two away. Maybe this year if he has a great year.
yeah, and dude, they have a fucking stacked outfield right now of just young studs. Like Jake McCarthy's one of the fastest guys in the league. They don't have Varsho
And they
anymore,
didn't lose much.
which is good. I think it's actually good for them to lose Dalton Varsho personally.
Yeah. Well, they got a haul too.
Yeah.
They got a haul. Gurriel is going to be a great piece of DH.
And
Moreno is going to be a key piece on the plate.
Moreno, which they need. They needed him. They needed a catcher, dude, to
And they
go
brought in
along.
Kyle Lewis, who won a Rookie of the Year award. And if he's healthy, I think that could be one of the best fourth outfielders in baseball. If he's healthy.
Yeah, I mean,
In that big ass ballpark, too. Oh man. His
like
speed's gonna play.
Corbin Carroll, Alec Thomas are definitely going to be starting in that outfield. Jake McCarthy probably.
Yeah, 22 years old, those guys.
Dude, yeah. I mean, they only have what, 4 guys on their 40-man roster and the outfield that are over 20. Well, 3 guys over 25. That's
Right.
crazy.
Lewis, McCarthy is 25.
Smith and Gurriel, Pavin
Yep.
Smith.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Fantasy baseball legend Pavin Smith.
and they got a sneaky infield too.
Yeah.
And then, dude, you know what? You know the move that I like a lot? The Evan Longoria.
Mm-hmm.
He is perfect for this young
guy.
team. Perfect for the young team.
And let's not overlook this pitching staff led by Zach Gallen, who can, if you can continue what he had in the second half of the year, he could be a Cy Young candidate year in and year out. Merrill Kelly is 34 years old. Yeah, you'd like to think that
nice
maybe
year.
he'll have to put it all together.
Had a nice year last year.
Bumgarner,
especially first half.
Yeah, I'm saying, like, for a full 34 starts, 33 starts.
Yeah.
Madison Bumgarner, what you see is what you've been getting with him.
Yeah.
The velo's down. It's 12 years on the arm. Zach Davies, he's 30.
Going back to where his ex is a fucking moron.
Well, we're about the off-field stuff, but yeah, he could be, an issue there.
Yeah.
Ryan Nelson is the other guy who I think is going to be a factor. Fifth starter, 25 years old.
He's got a good arm. I liked him last year when he came up.
Could he shine?
I think he could.
Mm-hmm. Obviously, Mantiply was an all-star last year. Chafin, they brought him in, which is a good back-end piece. He'll probably do the closer, him or Mantiply. But they have Melanson.
Melanson.
Yep.
I think Melanson's probably going to close. I'd imagine.
I think so too. And Miguel Castro, who has a live arm.
Yeah.
This is a team I think could surprise a bunch of people.
I think so too. And they're set at 74.5 wins. They had
I'm
74
taking the
last
over.
year. I'm taking the over. Definitely.
I see 76 to 78, maybe
I'm
even
gonna go.
more. You
I'm
never know.
going.
They could squeeze out a couple wins.
I'm going 78.
Yeah.
This team's ready to start moving forward.
I like this team. And Torey Lovello is going to lead the charge. You know, he's been consistent, steady leader. He was there during the good years. I kept him through the bad. I think he's the perfect guy to lead this young roster with some veteran help.
Agreed.
Perfect guy.
Perfect.
Kind of love when teams just click like that, you know?
Right. And they do. And then like what's his name? Perdomo, right? Uh
Mm-hmm.
he'll be coming up soon. So I mean, yeah, they're set nicely. Let's put it that
So
way.
now let's now turn our attention to the island of misfit toys, or should I say the mountain range of misfit toys. Colorado Rockies. Like, what the heck are they doing? I don't know.
No one ever
Traded away
knows.
Sam Hilliard. Lost Iglesias. It's
So I think they traded away Iglesias because they're gonna let Tovar go. They're gonna have him
yeah,
break camp. Tovar is good. He's got potential,
yeah,
and
yeah.
one thing that we know for certain is the Rockies definitely know how to produce shortstops. So,
Yes. Mhm.
we'll see how it goes. But
I will tell you, I like the one move they made though
mhm,
in bringing in Nolan Jones from Cleveland. I like
they did
that move a
that
lot.
this offseason.
Yeah, I believe so. I like the move a lot. I think he's going to be a piece. Yep, this back in November.
Okay.
I think he's going to be a piece that really plays a big factor in whether this team sinks or floats.
Hmm.
They're not swimming. They're floating. Um, can Chris Bryant get back to his old self somehow?
That's the big
I
thing.
mean, he had
Chris
20 home
Bryant.
runs. Is he projected? He's projected for 20 home runs.
I don't.
Um,
I think he didn't even hit a home run in Colorado last year, right?
yeah, I think he only
Or
hit
maybe he
like
had
four or
one.
something like that, right?
I don't
McMahon,
know. I'd
obviously
have
was a
to go
steady
to
presence at third.
yeah.
Crone had a good year. They're gonna hope he repeats that.
Brennan Rodgers is probably really
Blackman's
the hmm?
yeah. Blackman's 36 years old, turning 37 soon. Brendan Rodgers is the future of this organization until
Brennan
Zach Veen
Rodgers.
hits.
Brennan Rodgers is probably their best player right now. I think he's a little underrated.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, I mean they're not good.
No, and look, the rotation is not great either.
Well,
Herman
they,
Marquez, Kyle Freeland, who's going to pitch for Team USA, Jose Arena, Austin Gomber, and Connor Siebold.
you know, and I think
It's a
Senzatella will
mismatch.
be coming later, but
Yes, he was hurt, I
because
think, right?
he's hurt. Yeah, I think he got surgery actually at
Knee
the
surgery. Yep, knee
towards
surgery in September.
yeah, I was gonna say towards the end of the year, right?
Mm-hmm. Grichuk is hurt, by the way, so he's going to end up playing a factor at some point. I think he had sports hernia
I
early this month.
really honestly I like two of their pitchers a lot. Um,
Who do you like?
Freeland and Marquez.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
think Senzatella is decent, but
Well, they gave him that extension too, so you hope
yeah.
so. I want to see what Gomber can do this year. Obviously,
Yeah,
they thought highly of him to bring him in
somehow.
for the Arenado trade, which
Yeah.
that still baffles me. Fangraphs hasn't projected for a 5.03 ERA. They don't have a guy. They don't have a
Oh, so
pitcher
he's gonna improve this
under
year.
a 4.15. But I think Gomber's a piece that honestly he has the stuff. It's just a matter of him putting it together.
Well, Freeland had a nice year last year, didn't he? Or 2 years ago?
Yeah, but he's established. You know, I'm talking looking like for an X factor here.
Yeah, he's been mid fours over the past few years. So, which is, I mean, in Colorado, that's pretty good. They need
Yeah.
someone who has like a 99% ground ball. Like that guy will strive there. It's just so
Right. Why didn't
hard.
Marcus Stroman go there?
His ground ball rates weren't as high as I
'Cause-
thought. I was looking at them recently.
oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, they were a little bit higher than other people's, but weren't like astoundingly high.
Interesting.
Hmm.
So I know he's the prototypical ground ball guy
Yeah, pussy.
in today's game. But the Rockies, 68 wins last year. They're
Yeah.
set at 65.5 this year. I'm taking the under. I think they win like 62, 63.
Ah, yeah, it's kind of hard.
Like it's so hard to predict a team this low. It really is.
I'll go the over. I think they'll repeat 68.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that they're worse than
Okay.
last year, really. I don't think that their division has gotten that
I don't think
much
they're
better.
better.
Yeah, but has the division gotten that much better?
No, the division. No, but the
Granted,
schedule is more
you're only,
balanced. They're going to be
yeah,
playing.
yeah, yeah, but that means they're also going
So
to be playing a lot more shitty teams instead of
more shitty than the Rockies. Aside from the Reds,
Pirates, Reds, Royals,
okay.
Tigers.
All right,
They
all right.
get to face all four of those teams.
Right, the Central.
The Red Sox. I'm not even sure what the Red Sox over under is. We'll get to there in a couple weeks, but
2 weeks, yeah.
yeah, I mean, I'm going to go over. I think they'll repeat at 68. I
Okay.
believe in Mr. Montfort.
So
I think he took a self. I think he took a look in the mirror. And I think they're going to get back to 68.
yeah, you think so? So let me ask you this.
Yep.
One, give me your division winner,
Okay.
and give me a guy who you think people should be watching out for in this division.
Hmm.
One or two guys. You want me to go
All
first?
right. My division winner is the Dodgers,
Okay. Yep. Okay.
and player to watch. All right, I'll give you two. Corbin Carroll is definitely one of them, and then guy number two. Michael Conforto. Go with that.
Okay. I like it. I like it.
I think he's been forgotten about because he hasn't played in over a year. So
Yeah. Yep. Yep. I hear you. My division winner is gonna be the Padres.
mhm.
I think they break that streak from the well, not the streak because the Giants won it 2 years ago, but they break the dominance there. And I was gonna go Corbin Carroll as well as a player to watch. I'm very excited to see what he does.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, the small sample size from last year, electric.
Yeah, speed. He could hit.
The other guy, yeah, hmm yeah. The other guy I want to stay is I'm gonna stay in San Diego. I want to see what Bogarts does because how they want to play that infield or in general that defensive line is going to be so interesting. I think they're going to keep Bogarts at short,
Yeah,
but the flexibility they have between Kim, Tatis trying to play center, I'm very interested to see what they do with Bogarts because obviously Machado's locked in at third.
yeah.
Do they move him to second? I'm excited about that.
No, they're gonna keep Bogarts at shortstop. I'd be shocked if
That's
they
short. Yeah,
didn't.
I think so too. But it's first time he's been outside of Boston. He's spent what 11 years there, 10 years. So
Yeah,
I want to see how he handles.
yeah. He came up in
Yeah,
2013, right? So
yeah. So about 10 years. Yeah. I want to
crazy.
see how he handles change of scenery.
Yeah.
Something totally different. But let's shift over to the AL.
Whoa,
Obviously,
whoa,
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 whoa.
whoa.
Don't be so fucking smelly, man. What are you doing? Jumping right to the
Oh
AL.
shit. Sorry. I got excited.
Come on, come on.
So I think I sweat a little bit when I get excited. Get a little smelly there. Yes, Amazon.com, promo code TAP, TAAP. Get 15% off your order. It's not just your first order, it's all your orders. Subscription service. You can do solo bars. Check it out, soapazon.com. Get your baseball soap. As you guys know, I'm a big fan of the pine tar soap, which I can't find the box anywhere that I had. Um, oh well. But yeah, you guys know what it looks like from previous episodes. Check it out. Soapazon.com, promo code TAP, TAP, 15% off your order. Don't be so smelly. Baseball season's coming up. We're here. You're gonna want some baseball soap for those post game showers.
Yes, sir.
Don't make the locker room smelly. Don't make the locker room smelly place. Get
Exactly.
Soapazon soap today.
You're done. And
Hey yo.
now,
All right, now we go to the AL.
now we go to the AL. Now we're here. We're at the AL.
Yeah,
We're ready.
we're gonna do the AL a little differently. We'll do the win totals at the end. Just roll right through them.
Perfect.
Nice and easy. So we'll start with the Astros. I
Okay.
mean, they won the division by 16 games last year. The Mariners did give them a run for most of the year. They lost a couple key pieces though. They lost Verlander. They lost Christian Vasquez, who they brought in mid-year last year as a backup catcher key piece there. Aledmus Diaz they lost. What do you think about this Astros team?
I think
Brought in Jose
maybe
Abreu.
maybe somehow they're better.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they
What
lost
makes
Verlander, right?
Mhm.
It's one pitcher. Makes a difference throughout the season, right? But that Hunter Brown kid, dude, he's gonna be fucking good.
He's filthy.
And they upgraded that first
He's
base.
filthy.
The rest, I mean, center field is a little bit of a, Chas McCormick's he's all right. Um,
If he
but
can build off his playoff success, I think he'll be okay.
yeah, and what they got Maldonado starting the catcher.
Maldonado and then Corey Lee is their backup.
Okay, so catching is weak offensively, but the second weakest position offensively is center field, and Chas McCormick isn't really that bad of an offensive player. So
Right. And they have Mauricio Dubon and Jake Myers on the bench.
yeah, I think McCormick's better offensively than both of them. I think they're both better
No, yeah.
defensively. But yeah, I think they got better just by getting Abreu. I think that's a dude. They have, in my opinion, they have the scariest lineup in the entire major leagues.
So let's see what we got. Altuve, Brantley, Bregman,
Mhm.
Alvarez, Abreu hitting fifth. Jeez. Tucker at six.
Yeah, Tucker's
Pena,
not hitting
McCormick,
sixth.
Maldonado.
That's a joke to have Tucker hitting sixth. Come on, what is that?
Fangraphs,
I
baby.
know I saw that the other day because I'm doing the positional tier ranking things. Well, I'm doing tier this year, but
Yeah.
last year it was rankings and the year before it was rankings. But and I saw Tucker hitting sixth on Fangraphs. I was like, dude, what planet are you guys on? This is the
But to
team
the same
MVP.
token, to the same token, their lineup is so deep that they can put him sixth and it still be
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah,
problem
yeah,
protecting
yeah, yeah,
Abreu.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
that. I think that's the plus there.
yeah. But I think he's a guy that you want to protect him, not him
Yeah.
be the protection.
Right. And then they have Pena behind him, which again, great protection there. If Pena can replicate his rookie year, if we see a sophomore
Um,
slump though, there's going to be an issue.
if he could replicate the playoffs, he was not that good offensively throughout the year. What were his numbers? Do you have them?
I don't. Let me see if I
Okay.
can get him right real quick.
Okay.
Let me see.
Yeah, because he's dude, tremendous defender. He is really good. He's going to
Yeah.
win Gold Gloves. He's a good base runner.
253, 289, 426 slash,
Yeah,
22 homers, 3.4 F4.
yeah. I mean, decent, decent. You know,
136 games. He missed some time with injury.
yes, mid. I think that's an average offensive
That's what you can
season.
get at shortstops. Yeah.
No, he showed that he could be better. Look at him in the playoffs. He can be better.
That's
Will he
true.
be better?
That's
We
true.
don't know. But yeah,
Right. I mean, listen,
Mhm.
we talk about their offense a lot, but this pitching staff can't get overlooked. Valdez, Javier, Garcia, Urquidy, and Hunter. As you mentioned, Hunter Brown, who's I think going to play a huge role.
Yeah. dude.
And that bullpen is solid. The back end at
And
least. Stanek,
McCullers
Naris, Abreu, Montero, Presley.
won't be there to start the season, right? He's hurt.
He strained his elbow on Valentine's Day. Yep.
Yep. So on Valentine's Day,
They're,
what
they're,
was he
they're deep.
doing? What was he doing? He strained his elbow on Valentine's Day. Fucking freak,
They're
man.
they're they're deep though.
Yeah, no, they are. They're super deep. And dude, Hunter Brown's gonna be filthy. Dude, his mechanics are flawless. He is going to be a problem. He is on the Astros and he has flawless mechanics. Book it. This kid
I
is.
haven't seen you this excited about a pitcher in a long time.
There's not that many pitchers
Like
that
a
come
pitching
up
prospect.
that are phenomenal like this, dude. And like he's not even like this really really highly sought out prospect either. I think he is in the top 10 of right-handed pitchers, but he's not like I
Right.
think he's like 8 or 9 or 10 or whatever. But he's good. Watch.
Yeah.
Top 3 rookie of the year this year. Book it.
I like it. I like it. Let's go over to Seattle.
Yep.
Second place in the division last year. 90 wins, broke their playoff drought, which we talked about a lot. Good for them. Very happy for them.
Yeah.
Mariners fans, and they showed out. They showed out in the playoffs too. You knew how much it meant to the city. Mariners fans are hungry for another playoff
More.
appearance. I like this. Yeah, I like
shout
this.
Shout out
This team.
PTP.
Facts, big facts. One of our biggest supporters. Shout out to PTP.
Oh yeah.
The OG homie at Player Tea Party on Instagram. Go give him a follow.
Hell
They
yeah.
lost a lot of pieces though. They lost a lot of
Did
pieces
they?
this offseason.
Okay, let's hear
They
it.
lost Frazier, Santana, Haniger, Luke Weaver, Kirk Casale, Matt Boyd. Yeah, so that's a lot right there.
Yeah, the only
Fangraphs
one I
has
think I
Travis
really.
Jankowski.
Hell yeah, he's starting.
That's the goat, right? That's the
They have.
goat. They lost him.
Oh, they lost him.
He stayed in the division, though. Don't worry, we'll get to him in a little bit.
But I think only Haniger's really the big loss, but they made up for it by acquiring a big right-handed bat. Do you want me to say or
Dude, Teoscar Hernandez. I mean, yeah, that's a huge bat.
Huge bat to
Slide
get.
right in behind Suarez.
Let's hear their lineup.
Their top four is phenomenal. All right. According to Fangraphs, J Rod, Ty France, Suarez, Teoscar Hernandez, Colton Wong, Cal Raleigh, J.P. Crawford, A.J. Pollock, and Kellenick. If Kellenick can even become half of the player he was supposed to be,
dude,
that's dangerous.
Dude, obviously it's in there. You know, I think it would have been wise for them to just trade him. But
he's only 23, so there's a lot of time.
Yeah, plenty of time. I think that the potential's still there. Obviously, we know the floor is extremely low now, though, for him, but the ceiling is still high.
Yeah.
They're not giving up on him.
Two guys in that lineup.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh no, with a team with a GM who likes to just fucking throw guys around everywhere, and they held on to him. That means they still have something. They have a, they think something. Yeah, they think that he still has potential. So I'd watch out for him. Keep an eye.
I mean, yeah, there are 3 guys in this lineup that are over 31 years old. This is a team in their prime for the most part, and the bench isn't even bad. Tom Murphy, Tom Lustella, Dylan Moore, who they signed to an extension. So you have to figure that at 30 years old, he's going to play a key piece still in this lineup. Obviously, AJ Pollock has had injury concerns throughout his career.
They have.
So I'm assuming Dylan Moore is security for AJ Pollock.
Yeah, and they have in 3 years the number 1 player in baseball. They have him right now playing center field. So, I mean, if
J-Rod covers cover ground,
if he can replicate or build on his rookie season, dude, fucking forget it.
I mean, and obviously we've talked about J Rod at length.
Yeah,
He is one of the top 10 players in baseball, arguably,
yeah,
and has potential to be top two, if not number one.
yeah.
But let's not overlook this rotation. Luis Castillo, Logan Gilbert, Robbie Ray, George Kirby, Marco Gonzalez. I like that rotation a lot.
Marco Gonzalez is kind of fucking terrible, but the other four are very good. So
Well, don't worry, they have Chris Flexen as their swing guy.
they send him back,
Yeah,
or see a free agent next year maybe. But okay. I mean,
I like
honestly,
that
I
rotation
would
a lot.
I would probably rather Chris Flexen over Marco Gonzalez, but no, it's a good rotation. Good
I,
for
I, I like this team, and their bullpen you saw last year was phenomenal. Lights out in the
yes,
playoffs. I mean, they pitched what 2 18 inning games in the
yeah,
playoffs, or 0-0 or something like that.
yeah,
This is a team that can definitely build on 90 wins.
yeah. I agree.
I like them a lot. They overcame a lot of big losses, but they made up for it big time.
Agreed.
Speaking of making up for deficiencies in big time, I mean Texas, geez, dude, their rotations hasn't been good in a long time.
Yeah,
I don't remember what 2011 when they went to the
I
World Series. The last time their rotation was even tolerable.
I guess. Who's even in the rotation then?
Exactly. Yeah, I don't even know. Lance Lynn, I think, was there, right? No, he's just the Cardinals. Never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even know. Fuck it,
CJ Wilson is the only one I could even fucking picture.
dude.
I'm picturing other guys. Remember
Yeah,
Neftali
yeah,
Feliz?
exactly.
Remember how good he was back then?
Yep.
Uh but yeah, the Rangers, they definitely
Anyway,
finally
uh,
got some rotation pieces. They have a sneaky good rotation. It's it's probably
I
the
I
biggest
kind of like it.
if rotation that I may
Oh,
have ever
100%.
seen because you got so many injury prone guys. You already got one.
I'll just read off real quick.
Jacob DeGrom is already hurt, but yeah, go on.
Yeah, no, he's threw a bullpen today. He was going like 50%, but DeGrom at top of the rotation,
Yeah,
obviously.
wait until he gets to
Martin Perez, who
70%.
they brought back on the qualifying. Martin Perez, John Gray, who, let's be real, could have had a better year last year, could bounce back this year. Nate Eovaldi and Andrew Heaney. You said it best. The biggest if we see it throughout the year, throughout the league. I mean,
Yeah. Who was the
their
number two
bullpen's not.
that you said?
Number two is Perez, Martin Perez.
Perez. Oh, that's interesting. That's just based off of last year's stats. Has to be.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
go on.
I the bullpen doesn't overwhelm me.
No. Fucking Brock Burke is probably like
Odorizzi
their
is their
best.
swing guy. Danny Duffy,
Oh, where is he?
Taylor Hearn. Yeah, Jose Leclerc.
Brock Burke, right?
Yeah,
He's in there.
it doesn't. Yeah, he's there
He's
too.
good.
They have Leclerc as their closer.
Yeah. Yeah, he's been their closer for a while now.
But
But Brock Burke is probably their best reliever. I liked him a lot last year. He was
nope.
very solid.
Yeah, and they spent money to bring in these pitchers: Heaney, Evaldi, Degrom.
Yep.
They're investing in this team after last year spending $500 million on the middle infield.
Yep.
The Rangers are trying to win, trying to keep up. Obviously, the Mariners and the Astros are the standard right now.
Yeah.
Really, the Astros, but the Mariners are making a push.
Mm-hmm.
Just to read off the Fangraphs lineup here for the Rangers: Simeon, Seager, Nathaniel Lowe, Adolis Garcia, Jonah Heim, Josh Young, Brad Miller, Robbie Grossman, Leody Tavares. Uh, Kind of a weak ass bench. Mitch Garver, Ezekiel Duran, Mark Matthias, Josh H. Smith. Obviously, they didn't really
Okay.
lose a lot of guys. Cole Calhoun, who went to Seattle, actually. I completely missed that one. Culberson. Matt Moore. Those are the big names that they lost. I yeah.
Yeah, I
There's not
mean,
much really to say with this team. They're gonna be middle of the road.
they're the same thing as last year, adding some starting pitching. So
Mm-hmm.
take with that as you will. I don't think that they're
Right,
phenomenally
and
better.
questionable starting pitching too.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Now, how many wins did they have last year? Did you say 68?
Last year they had 68 wins.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
And the line is set at 81 and a half, which we'll get to in a little bit. But
Yeah.
that's a huge increase.
Yeah. So
I'm not sold on them.
we'll go to the other if team, I guess you could call them in Anaheim. The Angels.
Anaheim,
Poor,
yes.
poor Angels fans. You sorry sons of bitches.
I
I
feel
feel
so
so bad for you guys
bad for Angels fans.
constantly. Yeah.
I mean, they were going to get sold at one point. Now they're not getting sold. It's just a wild offseason for them. Losing Michael Lorenzen and Archie Bradley, which is not much, but Matt Duffy, Jonathan VR, those are the only real big names. Tuki Toussaint, according to Fangraphs, as their free agents.
Oh
Um,
God. Forgot
they're
about
going to be counting
Tuki.
on Logan O'Hop. They're going to be counting on Logan O'Hop this year to come up and be the guy.
He's gonna be good. I think. I think he
Yes, we talk about.
No, I was just gonna say he's gonna be a very well-rounded catcher. You're not gonna see him doing any one thing phenomenally. I think he's kind of similar in a way to JT Realmuto. But go on. What were you gonna say?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Long Island guy too.
Yep. That's right. Forgot about that.
No, I was gonna say, we talk all the time about Trout and Otani. Obviously, Rendon is in there in the mix. These big guys, big names on the Angels, but obviously they haven't been enough to get it done. The Angels brought in Hunter Renfroe. They brought in Brandon Drury,
Mm-hmm.
Gio Urshela, and Brett Phillips. Those are the big offensive acquisitions they made.
You just say
Drury
Brett
obviously be a
Phillips
key piece.
is a big offensive acquisition.
Fangraphs has him. It's the only acquisition. I wasn't going to leave one guy off.
That's kind of crazy.
Come on now. The biggest one was Renfroe and Drury. Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
They added Urshela and Phillips as depth pieces.
Well, Urshela is going to be their
Tyler
starting
Anderson
shortstop.
was there.
No.
They had Fangraphs has Rengifo.
Rengifo. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah. Either way,
So Urshela is going to be
very
their third
serviceable.
baseman.
Rendon.
Yeah. Okay. Good one. That was a good one. You think Rendon's going to be their
Shohei's a
fucking
DH.
third
Shohei's a
baseman?
DH.
No. Rendon is going to get fucking hurt some way or another. That dude. You remember? I'll never forget this quote by him. I don't like baseball.
Oh, the baseball is boring.
Baseball is boring. I want to retire by time I'm 35 or 36. Now he is what 33? I think he's 33. Or turning 33.
Turning 33. Yeah.
Yeah. So we're creeping up on when he wanted to retire by. I think he's faking all these injuries as an early retirement. Just gets to be a little fan.
I'll tell
in
you.
the dugout. Yeah, go on.
I'll tell you the exact quote that Rendon says every time he walks up to the ballpark. Mm-hmm. Every morning I break my legs, and every afternoon I break my arms. At night I lie awake in agony until my heart attacks put me to sleep.
See, that's what he says, but he's not. He's living his best life.
That's SpongeBob right there.
Hell yeah,
SpongeBob right there.
Phenomenal show.
Gotta love. Anytime you can drop a SpongeBob reference and you're good. Boom, love it.
But it's fake. Great day. It's fake. 100% fake. Rendon has never been hurt a day in his life. He has been lying. He got that money. He lied. He said, "Fuck it, I'll come back. I'll hit lefty for a day, hit a home run."
It's like Chris Bryant.
And now I'm retiring again. Exactly. He's done. He doesn't even like baseball. This guy is a brutal genius, and he finessed the fuck out of the Angels. Sorry, Angels fans.
I didn't realize this would trigger you like this. I had no idea Anthony Rendon would trigger you to that.
Well, what do the Angels have in their Okay.
For the Angels is Taylor Ward, Trout, Otani, Rendon, Renfro, Drury, Jared Walsh, Logan O'Hop, and Rengifo.
That's a pretty fucking good lineup right there.
If everyone hits, that's a very good lineup.
If everyone
Very good
hits,
lineup in a large ballpark.
if everyone's
That's a
healthy.
very good lineup. Yeah.
Let's hear the rotation.
By the way, their bench consists of Stassi, Fletcher, Urshela, and Phillips.
Decent bench.
Offensively, I have no issues with the Angels, aside from the health. The
Yeah.
rotation looking like Otani, Tyler Anderson, Patrick Sandoval, Jose Suarez, Reed Detmers, and our favorite three-legged dog, Tucker Davidson.
Yeah. Kind of Tyler Anderson. See that, like, that's the thing. Is Tyler Anderson, like, are him and Andrew Heaney, are they actually going to be good this year? You know, like, are they going to
Right.
take what was with them in the Dodgers? Like, the Dodgers are fucking some magical shit. Are they going to take
So
that
so
and
here's the
go?
one
Yeah.
here's the one thing that I just looked at and noticed in this rotation.
Yep.
There's one righty.
Yeah.
That's Shohei.
That's including Tucker
It
Davidson too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe it's just me, or are they banking on just fucking up everybody's head with all these lefties?
Honestly, wouldn't be a
And they have
horrible
three lefties
idea.
in their projected bullpen. They have three projected lefties in the bullpen.
Seems like overkill. Yeah, okay.
A little bit.
Yeah. I
And
mean,
again, aside from Loop and Tapera, the bullpen does not
no. I mean, and Luke
excite
did not
me.
have a good
Or
year.
no, he
So,
had a horrible year.
I mean, not horrible, but he was mid. He went
Poor
back to
guy.
what he came back down to earth from his Mets
Poor
contract.
guy.
I mean, from his Mets year, and he got a nice contract out of it. That's what happens. What are you gonna do?
He had a let's see, where's thank you, Fangrass, for that stupid ad. He had a 3.84.
Yeah, not great, but
No.
eh, at least,
His
yeah,
his highest since 2018.
yeah, yeah. He had a couple of good years with the Rays.
Yeah.
Well,
His xERA for his time with the Mets is a 3.13. And he had a 0.95.
yeah, exactly. And are you on his stat page?
I was, yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind. Um,
No, I have it up again. What's up?
no, what was his xFIP? Because his xFIP was high too.
His xFIP with the Mets was 337.
Oh, okay.
His FIP was 245.
Yes, and then maybe it was his Sierra, but
But
you're not gonna be able to get to that.
I just closed that out. Yeah.
You wouldn't
But
be able
yeah,
to get to it without going to the leaderboards anyway. But
correct. But yeah,
yeah,
no, the arms on this team don't scare me at all. And
no,
that's
just
gonna be the
Otani.
downfall
They're blessed with Otani. I'm. I have
for
a
now.
message. I have a message for Angels fans. This will be the last thing I have to say about the Angels. I am very, very sorry that you have an inept owner who decided to sell and then took that dream away from you. Took that dream of maybe we could get our own Steve Cohen and turn this miserable franchise around. And then he ripped it away from you. The guy who thought for the past fucking however long he's on the team, it's a bad idea to invest in pitching.
Only since he's only on the team for like 10 years.
Really? I thought it was 15.
So, but it's not
Anyway,
that long.
no, it's not like a
Yeah, sorry.
tremendously long time. But God bless you. Enjoy Shohei Otani for one last year. Enjoy Mike Trout while his legs are still a thing. Enjoy that combo. And you'll be in my prayers all year. I promise. And especially with your shitty fucking manager. He's horrible. That's all I got. You got anything to add, Maxwell?
Got nothing. I
No.
just I got nothing.
Okay. So then,
I got nothing.
I mean, there's not.
Now
Yeah,
do you want to talk about the dumpster fire in
yeah.
Oakland?
Just run through them. They're the fucking. They what's the payroll? 40 million this year.
I mean, they trade so if
Mets
that
ha-
so they
Mets
traded
ha-
away
Mets have
Cole
two
Irvin
guys on their
and AJ
team
Puck.
making more.
It's
Go on.
that could fund the A's payroll. I know they traded away Cole Irvin and AJ Puck this off season. Lost Chad Pinder and Steven Piscotty. Not that there was much there anyway. Uh, they brought in Jose Jesus Aguilar, Trevor May, Jace Peterson, Aledmus Diaz. I like the Aledmus Diaz sign. I do like that. Traded for JJ Bleday as well. Here's the lineup in Oakland that all 10 fans are going to see on a nightly basis. Sorry, 7 fans. Tony Kemp, Ramon Laureano, Seth Brown, Jesus Aguilar, Jace Peterson, Shea Langlers, JJ Bleday, Nick Allen, Esteri Ruiz, rounding out that lineup, with the bench being Manny
A lot
Pena,
of
Ryan Noda, Aledmus Diaz, and Christian Pache.
It's a lot of young guys. I'm gonna make a prediction right now about the Athletics. Those poor saps.
Oh,
Sorry.
you don't want to hear the rotation?
No, I'm just making a quick prediction.
Oh,
That's a nice young lineup right there, right?
it is.
A lot
No,
of young
there's a
guys,
lot of talent there.
a lot of prospects, a lot of potential prospects, a lot of potential, good players. My prediction is they're going to be shit in 2023 and 2024. But look at the bright side, Athletics fans. I was on the Athletics when I was a kid. I was on the Athletics
And where are
for
you now? Where are
for
you now?
I'm right here talking about baseball, which I shouldn't be because I'm not qualified enough, according to fucking some pussy. Um, but I was on the Athletics 3 times, right? I won MVPs, man. And when I left,
God.
the A's went down this miserable road, and it kind of seems like the A's never brought it back up, right? Yeah, got an MVP right up there, man, right up there. And so basically, what I'm saying is next off season, you will hear about the A's move to Vegas. You'll hear about the new stadium. You'll see the mock-ups, and that is where the sun will start shining again. That's my piece. Let's hear that rotation.
Paul Blackburn, James Caprellin.
Caprellian.
Fuck, who cares? Cheeks. Drew Rachinsky, Shintaro Fujinami, and Ken Waldachuk.
Okay. I have no.
It's not
I have
even worth
nothing.
reading the bullpen because I got nothing other than Trevor May and Adam Ola, who are 2 former Mets.
And
It's not worth.
Trevor May was a smart signing. That was a genius signing. They're
Yeah,
going to get him and then trade him at the
he's
deadline.
yeah
Smart.
he's gonna be a closer.
Hey,
Yeah.
so you want to run to wins now?
Yeah, let's go to wins.
All righty, let's go to wins.
Fucking insane.
All right. So the Astros are set at
97 and a half.
97 and a half. They had 106 last year. What do you got, Maxwell?
Give me the fucking over. Give me the
Oh,
over.
the over?
I'm going with the over.
At?
I
What do you
think they
think?
won like 98, 99.
Okay. I'm going over 104.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
All right. So the Mariners set 86 and a half. They had 90 last year. I don't know why they're set at a drop down. I'm taking the over personally. I
Crazy.
love this. I like this organization. I think they're in the right direction with all these guys.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of pieces coming up behind them too. They have pieces to move, and Taylor Trammell still somehow, which nobody seems to want him, so he's just rotting away in the Pacific Northwest. Sorry. I'm taking the over. I'm hammering this over. 93.
Yeah. Hammer that over. I'm going 95, baby. They are going to make a
Ooh, I
trade.
like this.
They're going to
I
make a
like
trade
this.
for another star
Of course
pitcher
they
at the
are.
deadline. That's it, baby. Book it.
You got a name?
95.
You got a name you thinking?
I don't. I don't have the upcoming free agents in front of me. I'll give it to you next week. Right at the beginning of next
Got
week's
that.
episode, I'll give you a name.
You're just dropping a name. Got it.
Yeah.
Texas Rangers. They had
I'm gonna
68.
say welcome back to Take a Pitch. Blah blah blah. That's exactly how it's gonna go. Get ready. Texas
The
Rangers.
Rangers had 68 wins last year. They're projected at 81 and a half. I guarantee you half those projected wins are based on the back of Jacob deGrom. I'm taking the under.
I am taking the under. That is fucking ridiculous to give them
74.
13 wins. 13
I'm
wins
going 74.
based on this big if rotation. That is crazy, dude. I'm going under. I'm not going to go that far under. I do think that that's going to make a big difference for them. I'm going to give them 10 wins. I'm going to go 78.
Okay. All right. You're much more generous than that. The Angels also set at 81 and a half. Last year, they had 73. Now, this is an interesting one because obviously they have the offense to compete with.
Actually,
Oh,
I'm changing my Rangers. Jacob deGrom is there, 72 and 90. Go on.
oh God. I wasn't ready for that one.
See, I don't know. I don't know why I didn't think of that already. I'm surprised
That's
you
great.
didn't come up with it. Come on, he's taking
Oh,
that
my God,
72 and 90
hilarious.
with him. It's going with him. He's gonna win. If he has a full season somehow, by the fucking miracle of God,
Fuck.
if he somehow has a full season, he's taking that 72 and 90 record with him, and he'll win 9 games. Go on.
And it's still an improvement over last year. The Angels 81 and a half, last year 73. I'm going to take the under at 80.
I like that. I'm gonna go under at 80 as well.
I think they're there, but not really.
Yeah,
Uh,
I think they need a real fucking manager, but
I think they need a real fucking owner.
that too. They need it, dude. If they just
Because from
had
everything I've heard, it's a
some
gorgeous ballpark,
pitching,
gorgeous. It's LA, it's California. What's not
perfect
to like?
weather,
Why are these guys not forming?
two of at minimum top 3. Some may say top 2 players in the game. The top 2
Yeah, makes no sense.
are on their team.
The A's somehow are projected to get worse. 60 wins last year. The over under is 59 and a half. I feel bad taking the under. I really feel bad taking the under. I'm gonna go 58. I feel so bad taking the under here.
They're going to be playing a lot more teams this year to where they're not going to be able to get familiar with them. And as a young team, I'm going to go under.
I think it'll surprise some guys. Oh, okay.
No, I think they're going to surprise.
What? I think you got like 48. What do you got?
Hold on.
What's the number you got? Uh-oh.
Let me do some math for a second.
Oh God. I just feel bad taking it. Like you guys have been just these fans have been tormented, all 8 of them.
So I'm going to have them set a record for the worst season ever.
Oh my God.
Maybe this is bold. The 1962 Mets were 40, 120, and 1 tie.
You're not gonna do this. The Oakland A's leaving Oakland, are you?
The A's in their second to last year in Oakland are going to win 39 games.
Wow. So Cincinnati Reds early season baseball last year. Jeez, dude.
Reds were on pace for 24 wins through the first month and a half. That was crazy.
I'm sorry,
dude.
That's ruthless. What you're projecting onto the A's is just flat out bullying. Haven't these fans been through enough?
So
haven't they been through enough? Billy, I don't know why you hate the Oakland Athletics fans right now. Wishing this is almost like wishing cancer upon them.
I see.
This is look, that's fucked up.
Hold on. Cool off. I don't actually think so.
Wrong, but it's fucked up.
If this is my one of my hot takes for the. See, I didn't get to give a hot take at all. That's my hot take for today's episode. Genuinely, I'd go I like realistically, obviously they're not going to have only 39 wins. I kind of hope so. That would kind of be cool. But
Dude, you've had a stretch on take. I'm a little worried. You've had a
um
streak. You're not some voodoo shit.
so realistically, I would actually somehow I'm going to take the over at 60. I think they repeat at 60. That's my actual take.
Okay, I was really hoping for the under, but okay, I'll take the under. That's fine. Oh man, the West is
Yeah.
just
Yeah, dude. I mean,
it's so top heavy.
but what are
But
you going to do?
real quick, and we'll touch on this because obviously we've had a lot this episode.
Yeah.
Uh, a lot of good stuff though, I will say. But on Twitter this morning, I was sent by my buddy Jeff Quake
Hmm.
a thread from Razor reliever Ryan Thompson,
Yes.
right? Listening,
Yep.
he pretty much detailed the entire arbitration process. Like, and I mean, what was it, 12 tweets, 12 to 15 tweets
More,
of just
dude.
telling the entire process, top to bottom, how he and his agent approached it, how they thought that the Rays were going to approach it, what to expect from the arbiters. I mean, it was the most thorough explanation of the arbitration process I've ever seen.
Yeah, I didn't even get to read the entire thing, but dude, there's a lot.
It was,
It's way more than fucking just 12.
yeah, it was a lot, and he made sure he used all the character limits and all that. But and he started by saying no ill will, but it was crazy to hear some of this stuff. Like, let me see if I can find the exact thing that I saw
25.
that was shocking
Not
to me.
25, not including the main tweet. And if you include the main tweet, that would be 26.
The first tweet, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he came with numbers, compared himself to Josh Stomont, Jonathan Hernandez, Cam Bedrosian, um, Bruce Dark guys
Hmm.
who have IL time because obviously he's comparing to himself. He's compared just insane numbers, and these stats that obviously even some of us, I didn't even know about. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
they came ready with the numbers. He's telling these fans numbers all for this, and he said that the arbiters don't really know much about baseball. The Rays came, they elicited emotions out of the arbiters, saying, "Hey, he didn't really perform this and that."
Yeah.
I think what he said was a lot of use of buzzwords by the team without a doubt swayed the arbiters, blown saves, meltdowns, and quote, protected from left-handed hitters created a bias. And he said, brilliant. This might be one of the most thorough breakdowns I've seen of really anything in terms of baseball business wise. Because we don't see a lot of the business of baseball. We don't, as fans, we don't get that kind of access.
Yeah.
We're not in the room with the arbitration hearings. We're not in the front offices with how things go down. We're not in these prep meetings.
Hmm.
This is definitely going to be used when the next CBA is negotiated. I can almost guarantee that
I mean, probably. Yeah. Why not?
because he's opening this up to the fans, not just the casual fans, but diehards too. He explained the casual aspects of it, use the buzzwords, all this, so the casual fans can understand.
Yeah.
And then the hardcore fans, like the IL, whatever, you know,
I have to go
meltdowns,
through it.
non-hitters, all these
I'll read the
stats.
whole thing tonight.
But but it's crazy.
Yeah.
He came in with career batting average against lefties, lack of usage, so much that can be used against him. Um, and it makes sense why the players really don't want to go through arbitration.
Yeah. I mean, why would you?
These
Right.
franchise these teams are handcuffing these guys. Sign a team friendly deal early, or we're taking you to arbitration, which is now 100% explaining Albies and Acuna.
Yeah. Ah,
But
it's
man,
crazy. You know?
this thing was it was brutal.
Yeah.
Like reading through all of it, I I mean, here he says the flaws. That's
Hmm.
6 tweets of just flaws.
Yeah.
A lot, and it starts with he's told leading up to his case it was paramount not to share the date of his case for the arbitrators, so
Hmm.
that they may be able to research him and create a bias.
Hmm. That's
That's
interesting.
fascinating to me.
Yeah. Wow.
He says,
Hmm.
however, upon entry to the hearing, they all have phones out and they use them freely during breaks. After the case, they don't sit in the room and hash out the decision, but they head to the hotel bar.
Hmm.
Wild stuff. Wild stuff.
Wow.
This is. I don't think it'll get the credit, the recognition it needs to, though. That's the thing. But this is huge
Yeah. I mean,
for how we view baseball as like fans like us.
yeah. I mean, you know, I
Yeah.
you never really expect anything else. Like it's a business, so you kind of just expect them to just fuck players over, right? Especially, like they're not gonna fuck over Mike Trout, Bryce Harper, Aaron Judge. Like they're never gonna
Right.
fuck over these big name guys. But
Right. Pete
like,
Alonso. Yeah.
especially those relievers, they're gonna go right at their fucking throats. They're not gonna care at all. You want a job? Listen, we're the ones giving you a job, right?
And it's a matter of pennies too, in the grand scheme of things. Like $225,000. Now,
Yeah.
granted, you can throw in an incentive here to make them earn that money.
Can you add incentive into an arbitration contract though?
I feel like you can like restructure a contract and do an extension, maybe
Well,
1 year
yeah,
thing,
after.
and
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah,
I feel like there's ways around it, but just fascinating
yeah.
how this whole process went down for at least for him.
Hmm.
Um, but
And
really
well,
just fascinating stuff.
did you see who was it? Corbin Burns. Did you see him?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And he
that's another
said
one.
that
He didn't go into the full process, but
no, but he got interviewed at a lot at his locker, and well, I can't remember exactly what he said, but he basically said that the Brewers
it was
basically
something
said
along the
you're not that good,
yeah.
basically.
No, I think it was something along the lines of that the Brewers said that he was the reason they didn't make the playoffs,
Yes, 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 yes. It was something
which is fucking insane.
crazy, dude. Crazy.
In
Imagine
what
that.
in what world does that have any validity?
They had to have just cherry picked a certain start that he lost, cherry picked certain starts that he lost, and said that this is the reason because you lost this game. See, this happened in this year, and like that had to be it. And the arbiters were just like, yeah, sure,
Like
sounds good.
so I
Crazy.
understand
Yeah.
not making the arbitration date for Corbin Burns public, because obviously the arbitrators will be
Yeah.
like, oh, Corbin Burns, best in baseball. Okay, cool. But a guy like this, come on, he's not gonna do shit.
Yeah.
That was interesting to me.
Crazy.
But crazy stuff from the world of baseball, the business aspect of it. And with Steve Cohen on in the Mets, we're seeing a lot of stuff about the business of baseball really come forward. He's being transparent. The
Yeah.
CBA was a huge deal. The Cohen tax. Now they're forming an executive financial committee of some sort. The
Hmm.
owners are. I think I sent it to you the other day. They're forming some sort of committee to really go over financials and how money's spent, revenue increasing, and the TV deals, which we mentioned last time, which we're going to talk about more over time, because that's going to be a huge thing. The regional networks, like that. So
Right.
the owners are really digging their heels in, trying to get ahead of the CBA for next time. And I think I don't know if this was a ploy by him
Hmm.
to really show that this is what's going on. I think it's just more informational than anything.
I think yeah, I think it was just
Definitely made the owners look horrible.
it's hard to not, right?
Very interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff.
Yeah.
Um, that being said, as owners of SSP, I think we look great because on the power play is thriving. It's trade deadline season. Adams losing his mind. I can tell you that much. Rangers are making some moves. Your Islanders are in a wild card spot, man. I mean, listen,
Yes,
And
sir.
this season set up to be real fun for us. A lot of rumors Patrick Kane to the Rangers. Go check out On the Power Play. I mean, listen, Tiger Woods is back too. Golf is getting interesting. Obviously, the Live Tour, PGA. Brian and Rick have it all covered from the tips. Go follow on socials from the tips. Go follow On the Power Play. Listen to their podcast. Subscribe, download, share, all that stuff. Comment, rate, review. Do the same for us here on YouTube, TikTok, Apple Podcasts. Do all that stuff.
Yes, sir.
Share with your
Go
friends. And
and go check out the bracket on Instagram. And
yes, first round's already done.
always, again, shout out to the worst MLB. Huge homie.
Yeah, showing some
Always
love to us a
appreciated.
lot lately.
And yeah, I mean, just the appreciation towards my work, dude. That feels always
Dude, you
amazing
kill
when
it. You,
when it comes from an outside.
year in and year out, you kill it with the graphics.
Thank you. Yeah, go check out the bracket. I have 3 other brackets set up to go live after this one. Probably give it like a week in between each one, but yeah.
And I'm going to put this on record. That way it's out there on record. Everything you see on our socials, for the most part, is done by Billy. Every graphic,
Instagram.
every video creation.
No, okay. I gotcha.
I mean, listen, to create the franchise, you made that thing. You made the results of it. I just click the button and let the thing roll scroll above my head, on TikTok. Just because I just got the face on TikTok doesn't mean I make shit. You kill it year in, year out.
Muchos gracias.
And
And I've only gotten better.
fantasy,
That's the craziest thing.
Yeah, exactly. And I know whatever's coming for fantasy baseball season is going to be off the shit. I mean, we're ready. We're coming for the top spot. World Pod Classic.
Hell yeah. We got about a month.
You're ready.
Right? Yeah, we got about a month until the draft. So
I'm ready.
I'm ready.
Hopefully that doesn't shit out on us midway through the draft. We don't end up with James and Tyone, which actually worked out well for us, but
That's true.
Check out all the podcasts on the network, all the socials, everything. Like, comment, rate, review, subscribe, share. Talk about it.
Hell yeah.
We'll see you next week. And a central preview next week.
Yes.
Peace.
Love you. Bye.
It's Tito made.